What is going on, everybody? I am Jake, aka Bomber, and it is time to talk WrestleMania Backlash. We're going to be doing some predictions here. First of all, this show completely snuck up out of nowhere. I was watching Smackdown tonight, and they said, "Oh, by the way, 2 nights away is WrestleMania Backlash." And I'm like, "What in the world? Wow, that was fast." I'm not feeling great. Nothing serious or anything. Been a long week, but let's just get into this. Let's just knock these down. So sorry if I'm a little not as cool as usual. We're gonna edit that out. First match up on the card. Let's do it. Let's see what we got on this bad boy. Let's do Damian Priest versus The Miz in a lumberjack match. There's lumberjack matches can go so many different ways. We already had Damian Priest get a win over The Miz at WrestleMania. We're coming to the WrestleMania Backlash. Could we see yet another win against The Miz? I don't know. It seems so obvious. I think that they are trying to push Damian Priest, that I think it would be pretty good for him to get another win over The Miz 1-on-1. But also in a lumberjack match, there's so many ways where they could have an out and still not hurt Priest in a loss, and have The Miz, win by some shady tactics. This is like, honestly, after looking at the card, this is like the toughest for me. I think this is the toughest match to predict going in, and it's hilarious because it's the very first one I'm doing here. I'm going with my gut. It makes sense to have Damian Priest win, but I think there's so many outs, and The Miz hasn't had a win in a really long time, except for when he won the title via the Money in the Bank. A win on pay-per-view here could probably help him out more than it would help Damian Priest out, honestly. But I know they're trying to push Priest. I don't know. I'm going with The Miz. This is a very questionable call. Low confidence on this one. There's just so many outs for Miz to win in a lumberjack match. There's so many different things that can happen, especially when you get Morrison out there. And there's just a lot of ways where The Miz can win this via, like I said, shady tactics. Shady, not shady. Shady tactics. So I'm going with The Miz. That is actually a weird call, I think, but I don't know. Let's do it, baby. Okay, this is a very interesting match. If you remember, if you've been watching my other prediction videos, you will probably remember I was calling for the Mysterios to win the belts. I think I was saying that I didn't say that they were going to win the belts at WrestleMania. I thought that it would have been a really cool moment to have father and son win the titles for the first time ever at WrestleMania. This was like before anybody, this was well before WrestleMania, before like anybody was even hitting at it. So the fact that it could go down at WrestleMania Backlash could be pretty cool. The only issue I have with picking, the only hesitation I should say I have with picking the Mysterios is back-to-back weeks, Dolph Ziggler lost clean losses to both Dominik and Rhea. Even Rhea was tonight, Dominik was 2 weeks ago. Clean losses to both of them. No shenanigans, no crazy weird stuff going on in the ring. Roode didn't really get involved, and clean losses. So back-to-back clean losses, and then come in to lose the titles clean again. That seems unlikely to me. I think that they can get some more out of this, maybe leading to maybe a Money in the Bank win at next month's pay-per-view, assuming that they do Money in the Bank in June. They usually have been, because obviously the Mysterios are going to get the tag team titles, because in my little brain here, or big brain I should say, I think that the Usos are going to get the tag team titles eventually, and they need to get them off of a face team. You're not going to see the Usos coming in and beating Ziggler and Bobby Roode. So I think the Mysterios would be a good team to take the titles from Ziggler and Roode, or that could be being saved for the Street Profits. I have no idea. But I believe we do need a face team to have the titles in order for them to get taken by the Usos. And that's later down the road, though. So there's still time to have that happen. Seeing how Ziggler just lost back-to-back weeks, I am going to pick Ziggler and Roode to successfully defend their tag team titles here. Now, I know what you're saying. Whoa, 2 heels back-to-back like that. I don't know about that one, and we'll see. We'll see. But I'm going with Ziggler and Roode. I will be shocked If they have Ziggler lose back-to-back clean and then lose again, I will be shocked. But I think they can extend this a little bit longer and get some more mileage out of it. But eventually, the Mysterios are going to get the belts. Come on. It's too perfect not to happen. This is the main event. I think we should save that for last. Here we go. We got Charlotte versus Asuka versus Rhea Ripley. Man, Rhea Ripley's title reign has not gone very good so far. I know it's been really short, but her and Asuka just don't click, man. They do not have good chemistry in the ring. I've seen so many different clips of just botch after botch after botch after botch between these two. You throw Charlotte in the mix. Charlotte has great chemistry with both of these women, so I think that should be a positive as far as how this match is going to go. I think this is going to be a very good match. Probably could contest for match of the night. As long as we don't get too many, weird, awkward moments between Rhea and Asuka. Hopefully we don't. Usually, when you see somebody having a rough title reign, you can see it getting stripped away, a.k.a. Riddle happened not long ago with the U.S. title. He did not have a good run. They yanked that shit off of him right away. I didn't mean to cuss, but there it was. So I could see that maybe wanting to get it off of Rhea Ripley, but I think it's highly unlikely. I think Rhea Ripley should get this win with Charlotte. I think we're going to see a feud between Charlotte and Rhea. So Asuka's probably going to take the fall here, which, say what you will. I know there's huge Asuka fans out there. You probably don't want to see Asuka take the fall here, but I think this is her position to take the fall where we don't see one of these two take it yet, because we're going to have another solo run, I think, here. Solo storyline between these two coming out of this. But I'm going to say for now, Charlotte's probably going to get the belt eventually, but I'm going to go with Rhea Ripley to successfully. I said successfully. Okay, moving on. We got, this one's easy. This is, if you're making confidence points, is that top lock, baby. No way in hell Bianca Belair wins. She's having a mediocre title run. She hasn't really done much with it, but again, it's been like a month. So what do you expect too much? But she's been doing a lot better than Rhea has. I will say that. And Bayley coming in, seems out of nowhere. Bayley's been, pushed to the side, and out of nowhere she comes back in a title match. No way Bayley wins this. Unless it's by some kind of DQ and stuff, but usually don't see the heel win by DQ. So I am full confidence in this match here. Bianca Belair will win and successfully defend her SmackDown Women's Championship. So that's easy. Moving on. That's an easy one. Easiest match of the night. Okay, so we're going to get to the two main event matches now. Triple threat. Bobby Lashley against Drew McIntyre. Braun Strowman. Ooh, yeah. Triple threats always do throw that element of surprise where it could be somebody, pulls that surprise win. But I hate to be that guy coming in and say, I don't see any title changes happening. Because the main event, actually, we'll get to the main event. I don't think Strowman doesn't have a chance. Eliminate Strowman. Take him out of the equation. Strowman's not winning. Bobby has a really good chance to win. But is he going to lose the title in triple threat match here? Something feels off on. I just don't see. I don't know. I mean, there's nothing really jumping out and saying Bobby is going to win, but it doesn't really make any sense to give it to Drew right now at this point, or Braun at this point. The story has been wishy-washy at best. I don't really know where we go from here, honestly. Maybe we get a Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley run. I hope we get. This is what I'm hoping. I hope we get Brock Lesnar coming back pretty soon to maybe challenge Bobby Lashley. And we do get that Bobby Lashley-Brock Lesnar match, maybe at SummerSlam in August, but too early for that to happen here in May. That might be more of a June. July might be a little late. It's probably going to be like a Money in the Bank situation if it does happen. But I don't know. I don't really see Bobby Lashley losing the title here. There doesn't seem to be anything jumping out on why he would lose it or why he would defend it. This match just seems very meh. Obviously I like all three of these guys, but meh, So I think I'm just going to play it safe here. I don't know if it's calling it safe in a triple threat match, but I'm going to go with Bobby Lashley to successfully defend his championship. If this ends up being the main event, which I believe tonight on SmackDown, they said the main event was going to be Cesaro versus Roman Reigns. So This is going to be somewhere either at the beginning of the show, maybe to kick the show off, or maybe somewhere in the middle. And if it is, that spells really good stuff for Bobby Lashley defending. Usually don't see a world title change in the middle of the show. Maybe the beginning, but very rarely in the middle of the show. So if this doesn't start the show and it's not going to end the show, I think very good chances Bobby Lashley successfully defends, and I think he will in this match. So I'm feeling now that I talked that out, I feel a little bit more confident in Bobby Lashley. So I'm going to go with Bobby Lashley to successfully defend his title as well on this pay-per-view here in the Triple Threat. So let's go to the main event here, which again, they said it was the main event on SmackDown, but who really knows? I mean, it's Roman Reigns, most likely the main event. But first of all, this storyline, oh my God, so good, dude. Roman Reigns every single week on SmackDown has been awesome. Me personally, I haven't got old. It hasn't got old on me yet. He's even tonight, just starting the show, amazing promo. It shows that like all those times him being face and struggling. Dude, he was born to be a fucking heel, man. So good. So very good. You throw Jimmy now in the mix. So many fun things are happening with this feud. I love it. It's definitely, there's a lot of bad stuff on SmackDown, I think, but I think everything they're doing is making it well worth watching SmackDown every single week, which I have been doing for a long time now. But anyway, as much as I like Cesaro, as much as I think that, you know, they're making it really look like he has a chance here. He ended the go home show pretty strong. He said, "This is going to be you." Hit the neutralizer on, I think it was Jay or it was Jimmy. Sorry. I think it was Jay. I don't see it, man. You can see their lack of confidence. And then, as far as in Cesaro on the mic, they cover up his mic work so much. Every time he's got a mic, almost every time he comes out, he's talking, he's either interrupted like right away, immediately, or something happens, or he just says like, oh, just one or two lines. That's it. They are definitely keeping the mic away from Cesaro, which, you know, that could be a good thing. That's them, you know, covering up his weaknesses, because to me, that is the only real weakness with Cesaro. He's got charisma, but it's more of a physical charisma, not as much of a, you know, promo charisma type deal. And he obviously he's one of the best wrestlers in the company. That's been like that for a while. But all that said, I think this is the moment, like, hey, we acknowledge all the fans. We know you all love Cesaro. You all have been wanting him to get this shot for a really long time. And this is, boom, this is his shot. Now, having said that, I can see them, because WWE, especially over the past couple of years, have really, in those scenarios, they have actually given the fans what they want. I know a lot of people, you know, complain and cry and moan about WWE never gives us what we want. WWE gives people what they want way more than they like to acknowledge. And I could see them giving Cesaro a very short title reign, just to, you know, say that he's become a world champion. It wouldn't last very long, but I think that is a small percentage of a scenario here. Like I said, I can see it happening, but I'm going to err on the side of caution, and I'm going to go with Roman Reigns as my pick to successfully defend. Obviously, there's a lot of turmoil between Jimmy now coming back and where his, you know, allegiance lies, and is he really going to be part of the family? I think eventually he will, kind of like his brother. Or who knows, maybe eventually they are going to cost Reigns his title. But after this, honestly, if you think about it, where does Reigns go after this match? Who is Reigns' next opponent? There's nobody really jumping out there. If you think about everybody on the card, Cesaro is kind of the last guy on the SmackDown side that is like ready to go. I think maybe they can bring Edge has been sidelined. Maybe he can come back and get his one-on-one shot that he tried to get at WrestleMania. But other than Cesaro, dude, there's not really anybody else. So that could be an argument for Cesaro possibly winning. just to freshen things up a bit. Maybe just give him a short run, like I said. Maybe just 1 month run. Maybe he can lose it at Money in the Bank, whatever. I could see it happening, but I'm not predicting it officially. I'm not officially predicting it. I am going with Roman Reigns to successfully defend his title as well. And so if you count it, that is a lot of heels winning. So 1, no, she's a face. 2, 3, 4. So right now I have 4 faces, 4 heels, 3 faces winning. And that's really what threw off the pay-per-view for WrestleMania for me. They had way more heels win. So I probably should change this to Priest, honestly. I feel like that would be weird, and I would have to do some editing and like go back on what I said. But the more I think about it, Priest probably will win. But that's too complicated. We're going to leave it the way it is. I think I'm going to get that. That one might be wrong. But anyway, so right now I have four heels, 3 faces winning. Both of the women's title matches are going to be faces. And who was the other face again? Oh, no, those were the only 2. I'm an idiot. I can't count. There's only 6 matches on this show. I went on Wikipedia, by the way, and I saw, oh, there's a 7th match. Apollo Crews versus Big E, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn. That's why you don't listen to Wikipedia, folks. By the way, I know this is really small on your screen, so let me get off there. Because that's scheduled for SmackDown next week after the pay-per-view. So I don't know what that was about. So yeah. So there we go. That is my predictions. I actually forgot to put in my prediction numbers at the beginning, so I'm going to throw that in right now. My current score after a really bad Impact Rebellion. Rebellion threw me off. I've been kicking ass every single pay-per-view except for the last 2. WrestleMania and Impact's Rebellion. I say AW, but you know, Kenny Omega won the title. I got both of those shows really wrong. So I'm hoping I can recover here. Maybe get 6-0. We'll see. Maybe Damian Priest won't fail me, and I'll get Miz to get a win there. But I am at 43 predictions correct in 16 now. Ugh, wrong. So 43 and 16. Still, you know, overall, that's a pretty decent number. I need to step it up, and I'm hoping I'm going to do it right here. WrestleMania Backlash. Stupid name for a pay-per-view. Why would you do that, WWE? Why would you come in and ruin it and just put WrestleMania Backlash? What a terrible idea. What a terrible idea. Oh my God. You know what, WWE, I am a person that will give WWE credit every single time when they deserve it. And whenever they don't, I'll call them out on it. WrestleMania Backlash. Why put WrestleMania in there? Why even put it in there? You got the logo and everything. It's so dumb. I don't understand. Everybody knew what Backlash was. It's been that way for years and years and years. Anyway, I'm not going to rant on that. That is it, guys. I hope you enjoy the pay-per-view. I'm watching it on Peacock. I'm rocking out with my Peacock out. I'm going to watch my second pay-per-view on Peacock. I hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you on the next prediction video. Let's hope we do a little bit better here on Backlash than we did WrestleMania, because that was not pretty. Hopefully the heels reign supreme. That's a risk, but I'm willing to take it.